Welcome to the Seniors Division ball game, Ateneo versus LaSalle. I'm Jimmy Javier with Wacky Trillo, and this is an important ball game for both teams.
You bet, Jimmy. Good afternoon, basketball fans. Very important, especially so for Ateneo, because I think LaSalle is already in the Final Four. Ateneo is fighting for that last slot with UE. UE is one game behind, but then again, Ateneo still has to meet LaSalle, UST, and UP, the three top notchers here.
Oh, yeah.
While UE only has to meet NU, Adamson, and FEU. Of course, those are no pushovers either, but I think Ateneo will have the harder assignment. But very important this game. Again, throw all the paperwork out, Jimmy, because, you know, okay, you see that they're very even. Ateneo 43, LaSalle 45, rebounds about the same. Steals, that goes to LaSalle Black. Goes to LaSalle too, but only by one, no? So now, the key players for LaSalle, they want the best stats here. Roca, he's 15 and 8. Bautista 15 and 3. Talan 13 and 11 big rebounds, and you've got Tan and Thriller there. And then the Ateneo key players, Cui. Cui is going to be a big factor here, 16 and 11. He'll have to keep away from foul trouble. Verayo 15, 6. Rentosa 13 and 4, 7 and 4 for Pamintuan. Those numbers will improve, I'm sure. Pinzon 4 and 3. And then the matchup, this is a big one here. Telan and Cui. Which of these two players will lord it over? Look, Telan 13, 11, 2 and 2. Cui 16, more points, same rebounds, but less assists and shot blocks. But I feel Cui and Telan will have to keep away from foul trouble, especially the big man from Ateneo, Gabby Cui, because he's very powerful inside. And you know, LaSalle, they've got Roca and Telan there that can really power their way. So Gabby Cui will have to keep away from foul trouble. Jim.
And now we look at the big picture, the team standings here in the second round of this 59th season. We will see LaSalle on top. 9-2, UST 8-3, tied with UP. Ateneo, like my partner has said, 6 wins and 5 losses. There will be UE 5 wins and 6 losses. A great chance of still making it to the Final Four, as UE will just be up against lesser touted rivals. But Ateneo is going up against a lot of favored squads. But right now, this afternoon, as far as Ateneo and De La Salle are concerned, well, it's just between the two of them, and it's intangibles for this ball game. That's why this rivalry has spanned decades and generations. We'll be back for Ateneo versus LaSalle Seniors Division after these reminders. Good afternoon and welcome to what is a packed Araneta Coliseum here in Cubao for what is the second round ball game between Ateneo and LaSalle in the Seniors Division. Jimmy Javier with Wacky Trillo right here on the hard court. Our referees, Papa Deng Rojas and Oji Ramos, they're calling the first fives for De La Salle right now.
Yes, we have Roca, Bautista, Telan, Aldiguer, and Orfresio for LaSalle. While starting for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, we have Verayo, then Brandon Sison will be there. Cui, of course, the center. Tonichi Pinzon is the point, and Sandy Arespacochaga will complete the five. And we notice a bigger crowd from the Ateneo here, Jim. They need this victory badly, so they're all out here in force. And like you were mentioning earlier, the referees, take a load of this. Papa Deng Rojas and Oji Ramos. Good referees officiating this senior encounter. And hello to all of you from Zamboanga.
And we greet all our viewers all the way from Tawi-Tawi to Basco Batanes.
Yep.
Of course, the representative of Basco Batanes, none other than Congressman Florencio Abad, who is also an aficionado of basketball. Used to play seniors volleyball as a youngster.
Okay, as a young, he's still young, Jim. He's still young.
It will be Talan against Gabby Cui, and that was the topic of our matchup when we introduced this ball game. Tip-off brought to you by Petron Gasoline, the breakthrough Petron with XPS, the power ship. De La Salle.
Very quick pass by Bautista to Orfresio. Gets the first foul of Tonichi Pinzon.
That's a key player for the Ateneo, Tonichi Pinzon.
Yes, I was going to say, Jim, that Ateneo should set their own pace here. It can't be open court basketball because that's LaSalle's more talented players. No? So a lot of teamwork has to come into play here for Ateneo.
Father John on Fresho.
Missing both. And Ateneo, through Brandon Sison, snares the first rebound in this ballgame.
This matchup, Tonichi Pinzon and Dino Aldeguer, they were matched up even in high school. John Verayo drills one.
And look at that gallery of Ateneo on their feet.
A Milo three-point shot. Go Milo, the official energy drink of the 96 Philippine Olympic team. Bautista, this jumper, it doesn't drop. Tonichi Pinzon with a rebound. Ateneo ahead by 3 because of that three-point shot by Verayo. Sison for the jumper, also drops in. Another 3. That will be 6-0. Another Milo three-point shot.
Wow, Ateneo starting very strong through the outside, but that's good because that's going to open the interior defense of LaSalle, make it easier for penetrations from Ateneo.
Mark Talan against Gabby Cui. Roca against Sison. Aldeguer against Pinzon. Talan still. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Talan. Nothing there.
Two defensive boards by Pinzon.
John Verayo takes the J.
Wow.
Drops it. That's the 3.
Jimmy!
3-point shots to start off this ball game.
How about that? An early timeout might be called by Salle here. 3 out of 3, 100% shooting from the Ateneo.
Galejano Fresco, Tyrone Bautista. Gives it back to Dino Aldeguer. Mark Clemens still on another jumper. It doesn't drop in. A third defensive rebound for Tonichi Pinzon. In the middle. He gives it to Gabby Cui. Gabby Cui is blocked by Mark Talan. Dino Aldeguer brings it down. The defense is there already for the Ateneans.
Right.
Tyrone Bautista on the left side. Mark Talan at the baseline.
Oh!
Ares Pacochaga will celebrate his block on Mark Talan.
What a big defensive jump by Ares Pacochaga. Ateneo playing 100%. Perfect.
John Verayo, turnaround, another jumper. A high percentage from the field for the Ateneans de La Salle University. A big egg at the start of this ball game. Ateneo 11. We've got a timeout. We'll be back. Yes, the Warpaint only for this ball game. Ateneo versus La Salle. A bigger gallery for the Ateneans cheering them on. After all, it's make or break for the Blue Eagles.
Right, and why shouldn't they celebrate 11-0? Well, a long time, of course, 17 minutes and 46 seconds. La Salle has been blanked for almost 3 minutes now, and they'll have to settle down.
So far, the rebounding has worked. The boxing out has worked for the Ateneans. Mark Talan. There's a triple T. Sison. Pinzon. He's to do a sprint. Wisely slows down. Looks down on his team. Out of time for De La Salle. Tyrone Bautista was fouled by Alexander Ares Pacochaga. Right there.
First foul for Ares Pacochaga. Tyrone Bautista, let's see if he settles his team down here. Number 17 man from De La Salle. 61% from the free throw line. Okay, he gets his first.
Doesn't get his second. The rebound will be taken by Sison.
Yes,
Brandon Sison. Tonichi Pinzon wants motion offense from his teammates. John Verayo, earlier conversion. 3 straight conversions by John Verayo. 14-1. Ateneo by 13 points.
That's another three-pointer from Verayo. So he's really taking strong, very strong outside. That means his man will have to come up.
Tyrone Bautista against Alexander Ares Pacochaga. Roca against Sison. Inside the paint, the jumper is short. Roca for the rebound, and it hits the foot of Ares Pacochaga. La Salle will keep the basketball. Have the luck of the jumpers from outside at this point. Steal by Tonichi Pinzon. Ares Pacochaga on the left side. Back to Pinzon. Goes over to the right side. Over the top. The taller of Fresco.
Yes, that
get
time,
the rebound.
That time, Jimmy, Ateneo could have brought that ball out first. They were well covered. Pinzon forced that attempt a bit, no? So they've got to play it smart from here on. They have a 13-point lead, and they'll have to make the most of that.
Fresco not boxed out there. The apologies from John Verayo to his bench. And it's 14-3 and an 11-point lead for the Ateneans with 16 minutes remaining. Arespa Conchaga wants motion from Sison, who gives Verayo a pick. And Sison with a jumper. It doesn't go. Dino Aldeguer. The small players are getting the rebounds for both squads. Telan with a layup, reaching high. 14-5, still an 11-point lead for the Blue Eagles.
9-point lead actually, Jim, in that conversion of the Salle. And Pinzon setting up for his team here.
15 and 29. Sison, another three.
Ateneo.
What a high percentage from the rainbow line.
It's pouring 3-point shots from Ateneo here. It's not raining men. It's raining 3-point shots.
Gallons and gallons of Milo. On Fresho, this jumper offline, chases for his own miss. Roca for the follow-up. Dino Aldeguer against Fresho and Telan. He streaks down. Cui is on the left side. Verayo on the right. This jumper, but then a whistle was blown.
Jimmy, very interesting to note that Pinzon already has 4 defensive boards. 4 defensive boards for Tonichi Pinzon. He's been playing very well for his team here.
Luigi Trillo checks in and he replaces Dino Aldeguer. That's the only substitution so far. 15 minutes and 2 seconds. Ateneo by 12. 17-5. Pinzon, John Verayo. In the paint, out on the side. The jumper by Verayo, all net. He wants his points this Saturday afternoon.
Ateneo's percentage is very high from the floor.
Gonzalo, of course, a very high winning percentage against the Blue Eagles. The past years. Rebound will be taken by John Verayo. Dribbles down. Could be an open lane. He stops. Takes a jumper. He thought it was hot. That time it didn't drop and it was short.
Jimmy, it's very obvious here that Ateneo is clogging the lane and always concentrating on getting the defensive boards first.
A 14-point lead, 14 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2 team fouls for Ateneo. 1 team foul for De La Salle University. Pinzon crosses the timeline. Took him 5 seconds. Pinzon top of the key, in the keyhole. Back to Verayo, and now it's Gabby Cui. 17 on the clock. The turnaround comes in from the right side. 16 points the lead of Ateneo. Trillo has the basketball against Tonichi Pinzon. And pressure comes on the pick, and there's Telan. The pick catches the ball. Tyrone Bautista is short, and Verayo brings it down. And he waits for Tonichi Pinzon.
Well, Jimmy, I'll tell you, very impatient offense from the Salle. They've got to settle down and get 2 points at a time. It's a big lead, but that's not impossible to overhaul. And Brandon Sison.
Another 3-point shot for Ateneo.
Lead for Ateneo, 19-pointer.
They're taking shots from the parking lot.
La Salle, it's work cut out for them. Oh, a bad pass by Tyrone Bautista to Fresho. Bad high contact there.
A 19-point lead with 13 minutes and 12 seconds to go.
We have Tristan and Juan Aliado on the sidelines, ready to check in here.
Arespa Conchaga going baseline, handing off. Gabby Cui, nothing there. Luigi Trillo to the right side. Tyrone Bautista at the baseline. The handoff, Maui Roca, too strong. And now Tonichi Pinzon on a sprint against Fresho. He passes back. Sison with a jumper. It drops in. What luck for the Ateneans.
Wow! What about this story by the Ateneo? Unbelievable, Jimmy. Got through.
They're taking shots all the way from Bulacan and Parañaque. 27-5. 22-point lead. Trillo. It doesn't drop. Gabby Cui for the rebound. Flores Paconchaga, and now Tonichi Pinzon. 22 seconds on the shot clock.
4 turnovers there in favor of Ateneo.
Flores Paconchaga inside. He flashes. The layup, nothing there. No fishing expedition. Luigi Trillo in the middle. And it's a tap out. There will be a 0 foul from Arespa Conchaga.
Let's see, the foul is going to go against number 15. No, it was on Verayo, the foul on Verayo, the top down, right there, behind. So, Tristan and Aliado checking in. We've got Pamintuan in for Brandon Sison.
Tristan has his work cut out for him. In the first encounter, Tan missed a lot of three-point shots, but made up for it in the last 2 minutes when he canned the all-important three-point shot that mattered.
So that's Don Aliado coming in. Don Aliado with Tristan.
Luis Antonio Trillo in his career as a Bengal was a triple-double player and a minor injury in the middle of his career in college, and he's back. 27-5. Do you believe this 22-point lead? Trillo makes it. No, he misses. Pamintuan saving it for Arespa Conchaga. Tonichi Pinzon against Trillo. That is the matchup. No more Dino Aldeguer. John Verayo against Tristan. And the jumper is short. Finally a rebound for Aliado. Trillo to the left side to Bautista. Bautista doesn't take the jumper. Looks for Tristan. He has the license to shoot from three. Trillo back to Aliado. 19 on the shot clock. De La Salle's Tyrone Bautista against Arespa Conchaga. Well covered. Slapped away by Ryan Pamintuan.
That's what I'm saying. They're really clogging the lane and giving very good help defense. No? So La Salle will have to set their place and run their half-court offense here.
The baseline inbound by Luigi Trillo. Tyrone Bautista is all alone. It doesn't drop. Good boxing on by the Ateneans. Pamintuan off a tap from Gabby Cui. And now Tonichi Pinzon goes down to the other side. John Verayo had good percentages earlier. This time it doesn't drop. Pinzon will get the rebound. Looks for a teammate. Arespa Conchaga wants motion. On the right side is Pinzon. Steal by Tyrone Bautista. Another steal by Arespa Conchaga. The open lane. It's a pass off to Ryan Pamintuan and it drops in.
Jimmy, actually Arespa Conchaga held Tyrone Bautista right here. Referee's not calling it. That was Papa Deng Roas right in front, but not calling that foul. It was so obvious. It was so obvious, Jim.
So it's 29-5. Foul underneath. Arespa Conchaga started off. Will be replaced.
Also, Gabby Cui. That's good. Good rotation on the part of the coaching staff of Ateneo to rest their starters.
Consultant Ron Jacobs is on your screen. He's the consultant for De La Salle University. Must not be happy with the turn of events at this point. Roca for the turnaround. Too strong. The rebound to Tyrone Bautista. There's the double team. Baseline. Maui Roca. Strong layup. And he is fouled.
Okay, that's number 6 man. Acosta, Raymond Acosta. First foul for him.
What a jump start for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Verayo actually. Okay, Brandon Sison, you see the screens, 12 points today.
Already. With only the first quarter passed.
2 men actually, Sison and Verayo, 12 points and 13 points. Those are the 2 big men that sparked this breakaway by Ateneo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-point shots for Ateneo.
Can you believe De La Salle limited to just 5 points in 1 quarter? Better believe it. Rentosa with a jumper. It doesn't drop. Bautista for the rebound. He will have to wait for a point guard. Trillo's on the right side. On the left side is Tristan. He takes a J. Yes, it drops in. A 3 for De La Salle and Tristan. It could be his afternoon.
Well, he was
from the rainbow line.
Jimmy, he was a hero in that game against Ateneo in the first round.
Oh, yes.
3-point shots. Oh, Verayo! What a guy!
Another Milo 3-point shot. John Verayo, 32-8.
Holy cows, Jim.
Hard to
Verayo
subtract that figure already. 32-8. La Salle at this point could go double digits. Not that time. Rentosa is all alone. This layup drops in. 34-8. 9 minutes and 27.
Unbelievable, huh? Ateneo really playing smart basketball, very serious here. And going for the kill. Never mind the big 18-point lead. Or 16-point lead, rather. Is that 26 I see?
Oh, yes. Better believe it. LaSalle has yet to go double digits at this ball game. And Tioseco checks in. John Verayo is replaced. What an excellent ball game for John Verayo. And he gets the applause he deserves.
He gets the crowd excited here.
Nine minutes and 15. LaSalle regrouping.
Okay, some shoving over here.
Rentosa against 5 LaSalle.
Which is Tioseco earlier.
Composure is the name of the game, even this early. You're down by that much, 34-8. You have to be composed. Tyrone Bautista's at the stripe. Some good words from our referee. Tioseco and Bautista. Oji Ramos, Papadec Rojas. They have to be on top of this very emotional ball game. Tyrone Bautista, only 5 majors in his 5th year, played for the Sambeda Red Cups in his juniors career. Also played for the Sambeda Midgets.
Was the MCBL MVP. So he just makes 1 out of 2.
That's right.
Very poor shooting on the part of LaSalle here. And off play.
Tioseco, Rentosa, Ryan Pamintuan, Tonichi Pinzon, Rentosa, this jumper offline. Gan rebounding right there, both squads. Acosta with a foul.
Telan gets that ball away from Acosta.
Acosta should give it up right away.
That's
whistle
right.
was blown already.
That's right. Maybe he was fouled there on Aliado. And then he was holding on to the ball. So, well, ref is telling Acosta just leave the ball out. Third personal on Acosta.
34-9. That's the lead of Ateneo.
That's 25, Jim.
That's right. Tristan, deep. Aliado. Up close, a foul. Again, it will be on Acosta. Foul number 4.
Wow, in such a short span of time, Acosta picks up his 4th personal.
And he does his job.
So Brian Sison coming in. Already in penalty is Ateneo. LaSalle only with 1 team foul here.
And only 9 points. Finally, Aliado gets a chance to make it 10.
Oh, free throws of LaSalle very poor here.
Then he misses the first free throw. There's got to be a change of mindset on the part of De La Salle and their archers. They're leading this league at this point. Ateneo wants to fall back into the Final Four. They're more tenacious.
Jimmy, it's very obvious here that they know how important this game is. I'm talking about Ateneo. And Aliado misses 2. Aldeguer's blocked. You know, we were telling the top of this coverage that if they should lose here, it'll be very hard to get to the Final Four. So this victory, if they do win here, a big boost to them, huh?
That's right. Mark Clemens Telan at the corner. Salijan Prescio. Jumper in the keyhole. Nothing there. Again, another rebound for Tonichi Pinzon. In the middle, he passes off to Tioseco. This jumper doesn't drop in. The rebound by Tristan. Aliado on the left side, Telan on the right. There's Dino Aldeguer to Telan. This jumper from Telan from that corner. Aliado struggling hard and picked off by Pinzon. Rentosa on the right side. Pinzon having a hard time. 2 LaSallites on him. And we'll see what the call will be.
So I don't know why the LaSallites are too hot-headed also at this stage. They should just relax and take it easy, Jim. I mean, there were 2 on Pinzon, and then the other LaSallites joined in, no? And there was a hell ball situation already. Of course, we know why. That score is at 25 points. So they're a bit hot under the collar. But if they want to win this game, they should just relax and, you know, don't let it get to them.
You're down by this much, 34-9. Your coach needs a Tylenol.
Watch this, okay? There, and then you see some LaSallites come in. Dong Aliado, a bit forceful there.
And also Dino Aldeguer's left foot is right there. It's not supposed to be. 34-9, 8 minutes and 5. Ateneo, 18 fouls already. LaSalle with only 1. So a very aggressive defense on the part of the Ateneans. Aliado should win this tap, but then it's Tioseco that gets the basketball. Rentosa is not free. There's no pressure. Rentosa with the layup. It's short. He forced that one, and Salle brings it down. 3 men on offense. Finally, the 2 tall ones join them. On the right side, Cristan against Tioseco. There's Dino Aldeguer. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Aliado will not take the jumper. He will pass off to Cristan. Just turn around by Cristan. Over to Aliado. The reverse doesn't drop. Aliado once again. And
Foul
that'll be a foul.
the foul against Rentosa. The foul will go against Rentosa there. Well, Aliado that time never gave up. Was able to get 2 offensive boards.
Hey, this score is unbelievable. 34-9 with 7 minutes and 37.
This is unbelievable too. All the crowd is standing up. They've got chairs to sit down in. They've got crowd. Dong Aliado in the line. Missed 2 earlier. Let's see how he fares here. Got the bounce, Jim.
That should be the lucky break for De La Salle. Now with double digits finally. With 7 minutes and 37. They are now with 10 points. Make it 11 from Aliado. 34-11. Rentosa will wait for teammates wisely. Tioseco, this jumper, doesn't drop. Aliado gets the rebound. Dino Aldeguer, Cristan. Will he take the J?
Offline from Cristan.
Air ball by Cristan. The apologies to his bench. And he walks back on defense. We've got a timeout with Ateneo on top by 23. We'll be back.
The 59th UAAP season would like to thank Gatorade, the UAAP's official thirst quencher. Jollibee, ito ang urig, walang kasing sarap. Kodak, the official imaging sponsor. Milo, Go Milo, the official energy drink of the 1996 Philippine Olympic team. Petron, the breakthrough Petron with XCS, the power shift. PLDT, Mag PLDT Overseas Direct 00.
The 59th UAAP season would also like to thank Pet Shop, now celebrating a decade of ideas and expression in one voice. And Nike, just do it. Islacom, icon paging system by Islacom, the official pager of the UAAP games. 34-11 is our score. Yes, it's a 23-point lead. And with only 7 minutes and 16 remaining, La Salle's got to whittle it down to a probably comfortable 12-point, 10-point lead.
Earlier, you saw the field goal shooting percentages very low for La Salle.
Unusually high for the Ateneans, and that's an example of another.
That's Brian, and that's Brian.
That's right, 17 points. Rather, number 17 for the Ateneo, 36-11. 25-point lead once again. Tyrone Bautista, Aliado, left side is Calejano Fresho.
Well, there's a mismatch there. It's Pinzon on Tan. Maybe they should go to that matchup.
But they're not. It's Tyrone Bautista who converts, so that was a good choice. That makes it 36-13.
Yes.
6 minutes and 33 to go.
La Salle wants more height now here, and they put a lot of height, taking away their point guards.
Ryan Pamintuan, a jumper from the right. Aliado, another rebound. Cristan, Tyrone Bautista, he could be hot at this point. Aliado won't take the J. Mark Telan might. Against Pamintuan, he passes back, almost foiled with the outstretched arm of Tioseco. Calejano Fresho against Rentosa, the turnaround. Too strong. Sison will get the rebound.
Wild shot by Fresho.
And now Pinzon brings it down. Rentosa points to the right side. Tioseco was free.
Well, you know,
for a while.
Jimmy, that's what's happening now. Ateneo, they're just setting up their plays, not rushing anything. See, going to the open man, and Tioseco now, 3-point shot. Doesn't sink, but you can see they were very patient that time.
Cristan brings it to Tyrone. Bautista, the jumper, is all net. 36-50. Down to just 21, the lead of Ateneo.
Bautista 6 points in the ball game.
Largest lead of the ball game, 24 points when it was at 29-5. Pinzon forces it. Blocked by Bautista. On a recovery by Tan, Bautista brings it down on a 3-on-2. And Telan deep. An excellent move by the tall man.
Yes, Jimmy, actually the biggest lead of Ateneo is 26.
Oh, yes. at 34-8. And now it's down to 19. LaSalle very capable of cutting it down. Tioseco, right side. Pinzon. Pamintuan with a fake. And then this jumper doesn't drop. Still the Ateneans have the basketball. And that was Sison with the putback.
Brian Sison hustling all the way. Got the offensive board. LaSalle took that rebound for granted. Nobody getting that.
A 21-point lead. 38-17. Tyrone Bautista. He would like to shoot against Tioseco. He's been hot. Orfresio to Aliado. That's a good fake by Aliado. The handoff. Telan is bottled up. And on the putback, he was fouled.
Well, this is a good ploy now by LaSalle, putting in a lot of height. They've been able to get a lot of offensive boards. Pinzon finally takes a rest. Verayo in. And L.A. Mumar is seeing action for the first time. Vice Tioseco.
A small lineup for the Ateneans with the entry of Mumar together with Rentosa. Pinzon is given a rest. Verayo checks in, so this is definitely a smaller squad. Mark Telan converts on the first attempt. With one more forthcoming, he makes it a 20-point lead. 38-18 with 4 minutes and 17. Mark Telan, second free throw, straight and true.
Okay, LaSalle is going to press now. I thought it'd be the other way around because LaSalle, they have the taller players, no? Ateneo's got the shorter players, so they be the faster players.
Mumar to Verayo, Rentosa to Sison. Good fake by Sison. Now Pamintuan, the jumper. Patient offense, but the shots aren't dropping. A chance for De La Salle to further cut down this Ateneo lead.
Well, their field goal shooting percentage has to go down sometime, and Ateneo is starting to miss a few from the outside.
Tyrone Bautista tops the key. Inside, Telan travels.
Because of good defense put up by Ryan Pamintuan, Gabby Cui is sent back into the ball game for Pamintuan.
An excellent ball game so far for Ryan Pamintuan, and Gabby Cui gets fire in his eyes, goes back into the fray.
And believe it or not, everyone here at the Araneta Coliseum is standing up. They paid for their seats, but they're not sitting down. No way.
Mumar bottled up. Will he pass? Yes. Gabby Cui. Now Rentosa. This jumper from the parking lot drops in.
Well, you know, Rentosa is always a very dangerous perimeter shooter. And now,
believable three-point shooting by the Blue Eagles. Tristan, Tyrone Bautista.
We will see that stat at the half, Jim.
Maui Roca, Calijan Orfresio. Someone needs to take an attempt. Underneath, too deep. Mark Telan, no putback. A foul by Gabby Cui, fresh from the bench.
Only the first foul for Gabby Cui. Team foul situation. Can you believe this? LaSalle only with one team foul. Rather two. Okay, two team fouls for LaSalle now, and Ateneo is in penalty.
LaSalle can claw back from the free throw line, and Telan has been excellent from the stripe.
3 minutes and 5 seconds remain at the half.
A 20-point lead. 41-21. 2 minutes and 56 remaining. Rentosa, another shot, drops in.
I can't believe this, Jim. Ateneo must have practiced their three-point shots for 24 straight hours. Holy cows. And Ateneo's, LaSalle's defense will have to come out, Jimmy. They're taking those three-point shooters from Ateneo for granted, you know. They'll have to come out.
Maui Roca, left side, Mark Telan. He will take a jumper, yes. He sharpened that shot. And he's been going to the score sheet with that jumper. 44-23. 2 minutes and 18. L.A. Mumar. Gabby Cui. Rentosa with a fake. The shot. It doesn't drop. A rebound taken by John Verayo, the putback. Mark Telan is fouled in the air.
Well, that was an incidental contact there. Oh, technical foul. Why so? Let's see, I thought it was an incidental contact there between Sison and Mark Telan.
And Sison didn't know someone is on the floor.
Okay, we'll watch this. Sison didn't know that Telan was down on the floor. Watch. Okay, Telan is going to get the board here and will be fouled right there. And then he falls down. Sison is walking down. And then Telan fires back. So a technical is given Telan right there for throwing the elbow. And then later on, a technical will be given also Sison.
And another Sison checks back in.
Yes, that's Brandon checking in for brother Brian now.
Who's the older brother here, just by a few seconds?
That I will have to ask them.
44-23 at this point, in 2 minutes and 4 remaining.
For your information,
Always an emotional ball game.
outside
yes.
scoring, Ateneo with 40 points from the outside, La Salle 7. 40 points, can you beat that?
But the law of averages will chase down the percentages of the Blue Eagles as we move to the second half. 44-23, if they can maintain that clip, it will be a very exceptional perimeter ball game for the Blue Eagles.
So what gives here?
Settling down both squads, very emotionally charged at this point. And the referees with some words for both team captains and huddles from both coaches. Telan with his coach. As we look.
Well, Telan will be sent to the line for
Yes,
2 free throws. On that foul by Brian, Sison makes his first, yes.
Telan's been doing very well from the stripe.
I'm sure he's got a very good percentage. 82% from the free throw line for Mark Telan.
Second one was short. Gabby Cui will get his share of rebounds in this ball game, especially defensive ones. Salle, of course, an excellent defensive rebounding squad. Sison, the number 12 Sison inside. Now Rentosa.
Left open. He knew where that bounce would go.
And he retrieves it. L.A. Mumar will set it up once again.
Yes, Jimmy, that's what we're saying. A very patient offense by Ateneo here. Working the ball around, setting the picks. Here comes Rentosa.
To Gabby Cui. Gabby Cui inside the rainbow line. Sison with the ball fake and then the drive. He converts against Mark Telan.
And Telan
is seeing double.
Yes. That's right.
46-24.
He said, I thought I got rid of the Sison. And another guy comes in.
Caligiano Fresho, given space by John Verayo. There's a mismatch. Cristan against L.A. Mumar. And De La Salle taking advantage.
Oh yes, definitely a mismatch there between rather Cristan and L.A. Mumar.
Fresho against L.A. Mumar. A full head taller. Fresho, John Verayo. Rebound by Mark Telan. A strong one. Cristan. Fresho is free. Yes!
La Salle going to the running game here. Finally, that lead goes down to 18 points.
46-28. Ateneo on top this time out. We'll give you a glimpse of some Recticana and Fabilio. The cheerleading that goes on here at halftime, something you don't get to watch when you're watching at home, but you can see a lot of it right here, watching it live. 37 seconds to go, 46-28. Ateneo's on top. Check out the cheering squads at halftime. Don't go away. We also have inside UAAP. Omar crossing the timeline. It's Tyron Bautista on him. Rentosa to Sison. 18-point lead. John Verayo's got 13 seconds to set up. Might take the jumper.
But they want to kill as much time in that shot clock.
John Verayo takes the jumper. It doesn't drop. The rebound taken by Telan. Cristan was asking for it, but the pass was too strong.
That's what happens when you don't have point guards in the ball game. Of course, there's a mismatch, Mumar against Stan, but Mumar, when he's inside, he's able to set up for his team. Let's see, 4.5 seconds to go. What can they do here?
John Verayo can take a jumper. And he will not make it. After 20 minutes of play, 46-28. Ateneans, the underdogs, up on top over De La Salle University. We'll be back.
Expressions is brought to you by Pen Shop, now celebrating a decade of ideas and expression in one voice.
We're back. It's the third quarter, and let's listen to Jude Torquato.
Okay, guys, we talked to both coaches at halftime. Ateneo right now leads by 18 points. So their strategy is same as the first half. Same as the first half, do exactly what they did, and they need to control the boards a little bit more because although they're winning by 18, they haven't been able to control the boards. And believe it or not, Coach Chris Kalilan and told us that they want more offense in this Ateneo offense. So in terms of De La Salle, Coach John told us that they need to defend the three-point shot. Ateneo has shot 10 three-point shots in the first half, and they need to stop it if they have any chance of winning this game. They also need to pressure the ball handler. So let's see what happens in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jude Torquato.
Jude Torquato. Okay, let's see what gives here. First of all, of course, LaSalle will have to relax, Jim. They're too
yes,
uptight.
definitely.
They're getting hot under the collar. That's very, very bad. You know, you lose your concentration, all that. Of course, Ateneo, they're hoping LaSalle continues playing. They hope the last lights continue playing that way because you can concentrate if you think of you know, throwing elbows or whatever. But let's see what gives here. And we have some special guests coming in.
Actually, Mr. Pangilinan of Metro Pacific and his executive assistant, Bong Santa Maria, to watch this ball game. 46-28. And Ateneo is on top at this point. The numbers have to even out in the third and fourth quarter. Let's see if the luck of the Ateneans continues.
And Ateneo is starting out with the same five. Pinzon, Cui, Arespacochaga, Verayo, and Brandon Sison. For LaSalle, they will be starting out also with the same five. Except for...
Well, right now, we've got the subject of our Kodak MVP, Marco Racelis. 16 years old from the Ateneo. The most valuable pictures brought to you by Kodak, the official imaging sponsor. Marco Racelis. Jump ball between Gabby Cui once again and Mark Clemens Telan. As our referees, in a huddle with the team captains on the floor, Tyrone Bautista and John Verayo.
Yeah, they want to settle down. I mean, let the players settle down, that is. So they're probably calling very strict now here. Any contact, they'll probably blow the whistle. And that's good, so that the referees can control the basketball game.
Our referees, Papa Deng Rojas and Oji Ramos. This is Jimmy Javier with Wacky Trillo at the Araneta Coliseum. Should be a third quarter to look forward to. Ateneo versus De La Salle. Tyrone Bautista gets to handle the basketball. On him will be Alexander Arespacochaga with an acting job. Unnoticed by the referees. Tyrone Bautista once again. 18 on the clock. Mark Telan up close using the left hand. The tap by John Verayo. And Tonichi Pinzon speeding down to the right side. Gabby Cui underneath to Sison, the jumper.
Brandon Sison playing the game of his life here. He's got 16 points in the ball game.
It's 48-28, a 20-point lead. Can the Ateneans maintain? Will the Lasalites have enough nerve to bring it down? They've got the talent. 15 on the shot clock. Tyrone Bautista, the jumper doesn't drop. That was a brick thrown up. John Verayo speeds down. Met by Ofrecio. Sison says, let's slow down things a bit. Sandy Arespacochaga gives to the left side. Tonichi Pinzon is there. Sison with the ball fake. 17 on the clock. Sison on the right, yes.
But again, that time Sison didn't force that attempt, but the bad pass by Arespacochaga. Oh!
Recovery by Arespacochaga.
Change of fortunes here.
Steal after steal, and LaSalle has the basketball now. Tyrone Bautista, will he wait for teammates? Wisely he does. 21 on the shot clock. Ofrecio will not yet take a jumper. Dino Aldeguer has it. Tyrone Bautista's got the license to shoot. It's short. Put back, drops in. Arespacochaga is picked up by one of our referees, Sison, for the inbound.
Yes, he was asking for a foul because on the way down, Tyrone Bautista ran over him, but he just wanted to get back on defense, no? So,
18 minutes and 13 seconds remaining.
Oh!
That shot dropped in.
That's a foul from Tyrone Bautista. Brandon Sison burning the hoops here.
A Milo 3-point shot from Sison.
And not only that, Jim, chance for a 4-point play.
When it rains, it pours. And this is an example. He was fouled. He followed it up. Tyrone Bautista fouled him.
So
A possible 4-point play.
5 3-point shots now for Brandon Sison. 4 for Verayo and 2 for Rentosa.
Free throw drops in. 52-30. A 22-point lead. Unbelievable. Dino Aldeguer to the right side. Tyrone Bautista. Fresho. He was free. He didn't take the jumper.
Look at that
Roca. It's stolen by Tonichi Pinzon. It's a foot race. Dino Aldeguer taps it from behind.
Did you see that defense of Ateneo? Huh? They clamp down on any landslide that gets that ball near the paint.
We'd like to thank Pet Shop, now celebrating a decade of ideas and expression in one voice as we look at that slow-mo by Alaksan. Nike, Just Do It, is Lacom Cellular. Sison trapped, almost stolen. Respacochaga drops down. A foul by Mark Talan.
Mark Talan picks up foul number 2. He readily acknowledges that foul on Sandy Respacochaga. It's going to be a side court throw in here for Ateneo.
That was the big left foot of Talan in the way. 52-30, 22-point lead. Not De La Salle, but Ateneo. On top of the standings, De La Salle, Ateneo struggling to get into the Final Four. And they're showing us they need this ball game. Sison once again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Drilling it.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Brandon Sison, who are you? Wow!
Another 3-point shot. 55-30.
What a game for Brandon Sison here, huh? How many triples does he have now? He's got 6. 6 triples from Brandon Sison. Can't seem to be doing anything wrong. And you know, my heart goes up for this Sison twins, Jimmy, because I used to know them very well when they were with LaSalle Zobel. And they're playing very well here, especially Brandon.
Tyrone Bautista is free. He uses the glass. Maui Roca has another chance. He gives it to Tyrone. Tyrone with a drive. It still doesn't drop. Respacochaga. And now Tonichi Pinzon on the left side is Sison. He gets the ball and he fakes. He traveled.
Going to get traveled that time, right. Very good call by the refs. He did travel, intimidated somewhat by Mark Clemens Telan. 6 out of 7 3-point shots for Brandon Sison.
Tyrone Bautista. Maui Roca, this jumper offline.
That's one player that they've taken out of this game, Maui Roca. They're clamping down defensively on him, and he can't get his shots inside, Jimmy.
Tonichi Pinzon, left side, the Respacochaga, 21 on the clock. John Verayo against Collegiano Fresho. He sneaks in, he's blocked from behind. The Respacochaga picks up the garbage, gets blocked himself, goes back on defense. And Dino Aldeguer brings it down against Tonichi Pinzon to Fresho. 19 on the clock. Fresho with a quick 3-point shot.
I was about to say, Jimmy, that Maui Roca has not scored any points today. He's the leading scorer for LaSalle. So that's a big stat there that Ateneo has taken out.
Tonichi Pinzon, Respacochaga, 16 on the clock. Verayo struggling inside, popping out. Gabby Cui gets closer. Tonichi Pinzon picks it up to Respacochaga, who's fouled by Mark Talan.
Mark Talan, foul number 3 on Mark Talan. You know, sometimes they say, luck plays a big role, but it's not really that Ateneo is lucky. They're making themselves lucky because they're hustling, they're moving around. So it's not only luck. You create your own luck, and that's what Ateneo is doing at the moment. Talan is lifted by Dong Aliado. 15 minutes, 51 seconds. Ateneo with fire in their eyes, Jim.
The Ateneo High School Class 74 will celebrate the 22nd year of its graduation in a grand reunion at Tito's Restaurant, ground floor of the Robinson Galleria. Best time to tell that to some alumni watching this ball game. They must be enjoying themselves. And Respacochaga scans it from the stripe. 56-33. Probably saw the face of Tony Mott. Tony Reyes. Mom of LA. Orfresio to Dino Aldeguer. It pops out. Rebound taken by John Verayo. The pass to Sison. He loses it to Calijan Orfresio. 2-on-2. 2-on-1. Orfresio.
Oh! Wow.
Orfresio to coach Chris Calilan.
What turnovers here, huh? Well, they're trying too hard, and it looks like Brandon Sison might be hurt. Brandon Sison is on his feet. Let's see. He's all right. He's all right.
He'll shake it off. Does help if you have a lookalike just waiting to replace you.
But the coaching staff is allowing...
Scoreless today, Maui Roca. And you mentioned that, partner.
So
They
Verayo
have shut him out.
Verayo in the ball game for Brandon Sison.
56-33. 23-point lead. Tonichi Pinzon. John Verayo. No jumper. Pass to Gabby Cui deep. He did step on the baseline. He slipped. He turns it over. So things are evening out as far as the numbers are concerned. 15 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Maui Roca. Tyrone Bautista against Arespa Conchaga. Big assignment for Arespa Conchaga. A charge on Tyrone Bautista.
Again, Jim, I'd just like to say here that LaSalle is trying too hard. You know, they're trying too hard, and they're committing the turnovers. They can't believe the situation they're in, but Ateneo has just been playing a hell of a game. They'll have to accept that and get 2 points at a time.
Yeah, I remember the last time the Ateneans won, it was that last year of Richie Tixon. Pass inside, Gabby Cui.
3-second violation is called here.
On Arespa Conchaga, just watching the action inside the paint.
14 minutes, 38 seconds remain in this ball game.
The score's been plugged at 56-33. 14 minutes and 31 remaining. Dino Aldeguer in the middle, pops it back out. Calejano pressure has to Candice. No, but he gets it back. And now Maui Roca could go to the scoring column, but then Gabby Cui rejects it. Good
Beautiful
save by Pamintuan.
Beautiful save by Ateneo there, and they're running. They're
3-on-3. John Verayo, will he take the three? He does. It's a little short. Gabby Cui, Pamintuan, they will not control. Dino Aldeguer will get it. Aldeguer to the left side. No open lane. Aliado will finally control it. Gives it to Cristan. Maui Roca is fouled from behind by Ryan Pamintuan. A rookie mistake.
And the Ateneans are challenging every shot and every pass of the LaSallites. So that foul by Pamintuan is all right. Second personal on him. 4 fouls, 14 fouls for LaSalle, 2 for Ateneo. So even if sometimes you foul, Jim, that's okay because your defense is always there. And what gives here? Ateneo ball? So they lose the ball.
56-33. Pinzon once again. The early matchup in the first quarter still continues here in the third. Pinzon against Aldeguer. Gabby Cui this time against Maui Roca. Delan is in the bench. Arespa Conchaga does not convert. Dino Aldeguer looks down on pressure on the right side. Cristan is there on the left side. Aldeguer backs down because Arespa Conchaga picked up Cristan right away. Aliado cannot control that pass of Dino Aldeguer. And Rentosa checks back in to replace Arespa Conchaga, and Mark Delan will also replace.
You see the bench, you see the crowd of LaSalle behind, all quiet, in disbelief. Ateneo crowd continues cheering on their part, Jim. And boy, what a holiday this will be for Ateneo, should they really go on to win this. Verayo!
That was just a 2, but high percentages.
Gosh.
We used to call him Big Boy John Verayo until Gabby Cui arrived for the Ateneo. And now Tyrone Bautista
Sneaks one in,
Yes.
baseline. That time the defense of Ateneo was not on him.
A quick 2 points for De La Salle. 58-35. 23-point lead being maintained at 23. And in the half, it was 46-28. Pinzon, left corner. Gabby Cui, left quarter court. In the keyhole, John Verayo. Above the rainbow line, this shot doesn't drop. Aliado was all alone for that rebound. Tristan looks down. On the right side, Talan could take this jumper. He does. It doesn't drop. And Verayo comes up with a rebound. Amintuan goes to the point guard, Tonichi Pinzon. Rentosa is free underneath, but there is Pinzon.
You know,
well taken jumper.
As in that, there were 4 last lights there. Nobody approaching Pinzon. They let him have the open shot.
And it's 60-35.
Wow.
Aliado with a good fake. He has to work hard for the points. And Pamintuan gets another foul. This is the top 5 for Coach Kalilan and Coach Palu.
There's the foul. Aliado will go to the line now. We have Maui Roca back in the ball game for Orfresio. Maui Roca still scoreless here. No points from Maui Roca.
Flags aren't waving for the De La Salle fans at this point. Down by a huge margin of 25-24, reduced by Aliado, with 11 minutes and 59 remaining.
And look at that Ateneo crowd, very happy. 0 out of 7 for Maui Roca. Dong Aliado scores his second.
Happy birthday to Manny Montemayor of XR Studios, and also happy birthday to Madonna of
yes,
the Silver Star staff. And belated happy birthday to Barry Pasqua of Sports Weekly magazine. Back to the action with 18 seconds on the clock. John Verayo once again swishes it from 3.
I cannot get over the way Ateneo is shooting from the outside and the way LaSalle's defense is allowing them the 3-point shots. They're hot.
Maui Roca finally goes into the scoring column.
2 points. First of all, I was saying earlier, Jim, that defense of LaSalle has to be extended now because Ateneo is very hot from the outside. There's Verayo again. Not this time.
Aliado gets the rebound. 5 seconds to cross the timeline for De La Salle. Tyrone Bautista inside 2. Aliado, he wants a foul from Pamintuan, but he's blocked. And he travels, and Pamintuan celebrates his good piece of defending. 63-39. 11 minutes and 4.
Well, I really think LaSalle cannot seem to recover from that opening salvo of the Ateneo, Jim. They can't believe it, and that's the reason why they're hurrying up their attempts to commit the turnovers. And again, you've got to give credit to Ateneo. They're playing very well, very calculated basketball, you know, getting the shots to put to the outside, setting up the picks. So you've got to give them credit for that.
65-39. Door was shut for Tyrone Bautista, so he backs down. Maui Roca could get hot. Tyrone Bautista pops one. It's a little short, and Pinzon will foul Tristan.
Pinzon gets his 3rd personal.
Once again, a reunion of Class 74 of the Ateneo. 7:30 in the evening on September 27 at Chito's Restaurant. Call this number 723-9436. Aliado, left side. Maui Roca, top of the key. 25 seconds on the clock. 2 players drop to the floor. Verayo and Maui Roca. Some boxing out going on. It was the offensive team boxing out the defense that time. With Tristan converting on the putback.
There was a mismatch there. Tristan. It was Pinzon and Tristan inside.
A 24-point lead after 3 quarters of basketball. The underdogs are still ahead. John Verayo inside the paint, sneaks one in. Mark Talan commits another foul. A good fishing expedition for big boy John Verayo.
4th personal on Talan. Well, as I was telling you, Jim, then LaSalle, you throw all the papers outside, all the stats, and Pinzon gets a big round of applause. That's Aris Pacachaga coming in. So now the coaching staff of Ateneo found that mismatch in Tristan and Pinzon. They're putting in Aris Pacachaga. As we see Verayo hit another one. How many points does Verayo have now? 22. And 23 points for Brandon Sison. Only two really big scorers here for the Ateneo, but wow.
The percentages have been high for those two shooters. Exceptionally high. That's reflected in the score, 67-41. Tristan between the legs, and this shot, he's got the rhythm now. 67-43. 9 minutes and 31. Junie Rentosa, John Verayo takes this jumper. This time it doesn't drop. Quickly bringing it down is Tyrone Bautista. More points needed by De La Salle. Aliado. No, Bautista did not continue his cut. And the pass was short from Aliado.
Dominic Cui hasn't seen action for La Salle. I wonder why.
67-43. Rentosa, John Verayo. 21 on the clock. Ares Pacochaga, Gabby Cui on the right side, low posting. Ares Pacochaga gives it to the left side on a John Verayo low post. Rentosa fires a three. Yes, it drops in. Another Milo three-point shot.
Again, there you saw very, very patient. Verayo couldn't do it inside. He spotted Rentosa outside, and why not?
Hey, this is a 27-point lead. It's for real. Verayo drops down. Maui Roca is free, but it doesn't convert. Maui Roca right there, the putback. Maui Roca again blocked. Maui Roca not traveling. Maui Roca still with the basketball. Tyrone Bautista off sync. Gabby Cui diving down, saving it. Rentosa, Ares Pacochaga against Tristan. Takes La Salle one-on-one. He misses.
Yes, a lot of hustle plays as far as Ateneo is concerned. They came here ready to die, Jim.
Oh, yes.
Just to win this ball game. And that's how it looks like. 27-point lead for Ateneo because of better hustle plays.
A lot of intensity on defense from the Blue Eagles and a lot of luck on offense. 70-43. We have a timeout. Oh, yes. Philip Eleuico, Mr. Herrera of Gatorade, and Manny Pangilinan, and Bong Santa Maria of Metro Pacific. And right there, Alan Glenn Patrimonio. If we move more to the right, we'll see...
That's right. And Jim, hey, Ateneo, they're changing their game, huh? We're talking about the 2A Fila 2A system. Fila's products are currently worn and endorsed by some of the world's renowned athletes like Grant Hill, last year's NBA Rookie of the Year, and a U.S. Dream Team member at the Centennial Olympics. Another Fila model is Jerry Stackhouse, who is a candidate for this year's Rookie of the Year. Check out the Grant Hill and Stackhouse shoe models at all Fila outlets.
Change the game. John Verayo. The Ateneans have changed their game against De La Salle. 70-43. We were saying earlier, if the frame would have moved more to the right, we would have seen the managing director of Kabayan. And that's Mr. Bob Escano cheering De La Salle. 7 minutes and 23. Again, 72-43. A bigger third quarter.
29-point lead now. Points off turnovers. That's all Ateneo.
Alley-oop, yes, from Presho.
Well, the way, you know, that's a long time, 7 minutes, 5 seconds. But the way the ball game's going, Jim, I think it's over. I think Ateneo's got this ball game won. Let's see.
And this is Tristan. Maui Roca. Tristan's the only one trying to take shots from the three-point line, and Junie Rentosa brings it down. Time is their friend. They use it.
And they're going to wait. That's right. Playing very smart now is Ateneo. They know they've got a big lead. And why not? Let's bring that time down as we see Gabby Cui will miss one inside.
Rebound taken by Mark Telan. And now Tyrone Bautista, the one who brought it down. Tristan to Telan, bumped by Gabby Cui. That was a strong bump.
Telan goes down. Telan goes down from that bump by Gabby Cui. Watch this in slow-mo.
Pass will come from Tristan. That's the cut.
Boom.
Both have momentum.
On his left or right hip. The hip bone, I think. he'll have to be substituted. I think he's...
It has been not such a lucky afternoon for De La Salle. But again, a different kind of mindset that the Blue Eagles brought to this ball game. And luck was on their side when all those triples started booming in the first quarter. Gallons and gallons of Milo three-point shots. And he's not A-okay at this point with that foul of
Gabby Cui. Well,
Gabby Cui.
Gabby Cui is built very solid.
Oh, yeah.
And he got in contact with Telan.
That says it all. 14 converted out of 28 attempted. 50% from the three-point line. That's 42 points. 72-45. John Verayo around Dino Aldeguer. Rentosa, Arespacochaga, 18 on the clock. Very patient offense by the Blue Eagles. Ryan Pamintuan, Junie Rentosa, a three. Oh yes, it has rained from the rainbow line this afternoon.
I tell you, I haven't seen shooting such as this in a long time, Jim. Ateneo really going to town from the three-point territory. Huh?
This has been such a phenomenal ball game from the rainbow line.
And Ateneo is already celebrating their impending victory here. A 30-point lead. That's the biggest. 75-45. Can you imagine? And who are they doing this to? Oh, only the
leaders of this tournament.
The team on top. And you know, this should make the Final Four very interesting, Jim, because UE is still in contention, huh?
But the question will be, can Ateneo maintain this kind of form against other good squads?
Right.
USP and UP.
Well, this should be a big boost to their ego. I mean, you know, you just don't do that to LaSalle. And Ateneo here with a 28-point lead. And look at that. Look at how Sassel plays, huh?
28-point lead. Gabby Cui still diving for that basketball. Dino Aldeguer. That pass to Tyrone Bautista. Arespacochaga is covering Tyrone Bautista. There's this jumper by Tyrone. Offline.
Offline. Wow. And only about 7 players. Dominic Uoya is in action.
And all this action comes to you because of our sponsors like Enerbon, the official vitamins of the RV team to the 96 Olympics, and Alaxan, the official pain reliever of the Philippine team to Atlanta. From behind, Pamintuan will foul Aliado.
Yes. That's the foul against Ryan Pamintuan. Team foul situation, LaSalle with 5. Ateneo is in penalty now.
And this LaSalle gallery is stunned.
Yes, definitely. Zamora is in the ball game now for Bautista. And completely stunned, you're right.
Finally, Dominic Uy checks in. Time remaining with that kind of outside scoring. 4 minutes and 23. And they recover. Dino Aldeguer. It's tapped from behind by Junie Rentosa. We'd like to thank TriGem Computers, available at the Internet Universe, Park Square 1, Ayala Center in Makati. Oh yes, that says it all. From the bench of De La Salle. That expression. And Coach Michigo. Sison is picked up by Pamintuan after committing the foul on Aliado. Look at this slam.
Dong Aliado, still a lot of energy in him.
Maybe down by 28.
Yeah,
I can still do this. 4 minutes and 13. This is the time that the LaSalle Trippers have to boom down. But then the free throws also have to sink.
Yes,
They want to chase down this 28-point lead.
Right, Aliado himself has missed, about maybe 5-6 now.
Missing both Dominic Uy, the offensive rebound. Sison against Zamora. And Aliado. Now Arespacochaga. No, he will not take a three. Rentosa. Tioseco. It's a handoff. Acosta goes into the scoring column.
Right, first 2 points for Acosta.
He was saddled with early fouls, and he's now back. Rewarded with a pair of points. Dino Aldeguer wants to give it to Aliado. It's well covered by Acosta. Aliado could fish off a foul of Acosta, but he opts to give to Tristan.
Blocked by Arespacochaga. He's been playing a hell of a defensive game. Although
yes.
Tyron Bautista and Tristan. Sandy Arespacochaga.
And now Sison to Arespacochaga. His turn to take a three. It doesn't drop. Dominic Uy. Dino Aldeguer. 77-47. An amazing 30-point lead. And an amazing back shot by Aliado.
Off the glass.
Finally, things slow down. Rentosa with the signal. Two-man pick, and now it's Tioseco for the jumper. And it drops in. Another Milo three-point shot.
Well, Ateneo shooting as if there were no tomorrow from the three-point region. Arespacochaga is substituted now by Brian Sison.
80-49, Ateneo on top. We've got a timeout. Oh yes, they are already celebrating, but Alexander Arespacochaga, hard-working defensive man.
You bet. I love that player. I love the way he hustles, the way he plays defense. He was able to clamp down on both Tristan and Bautista. Let's see. Tristan only 9 points. Bautista 10 points.
Rios is inside the hardcourt for De La Salle. So is Zamora. Dino Aldeguer with the ball fake gives it back to Zamora. Aldeguer once again. They get free.
Yes. Look at that defense now, Ateneo.
7 seconds on the clock. Somebody has to take a jumper. Oh yes!
Dong
Aliado.
Aliado's biggest game to date has 10 points in the ball game and 10 rebounds.
They're down by 29. Tioseco, left side, Sison. Acosta. Tioseco, 14 on the clock. Sison against Zamora. Running jumper, doesn't drop. Now in the last 2 minutes of this ball game, brought to you by Nike. The people of Nike encourage you to just do it. 80-51, Dong Aliado. Been converting. Zamora. Upward move by Zamora, but they still have it. Rios will take a jumper. And offline. They didn't drink their Milo this afternoon. And the Ateneans had lots of it, and they've been drilling it from the Milo three-point line. The assists, Ateneo, a very cohesive squad. A very rare performance by the Blue Eagles. If you consider the past performances against De La Salle in the past UAAP tournaments, time is winding down. In a ball game,
Zamora gets his 2 points inside.
an exceptional one for the Ateneans.
Oh yes, there's going to be a big celebration, Jim. Big celebration tonight, that's for sure.
Sison will foul Dino Aldeguer. Less than a minute remaining. Sison with that foul. Oh, what a ball game. Dino Aldeguer did try hard at point, but then they've been missing a lot from the free throw line.
That's true, that's true.
Never gave themselves a chance to get the momentum back after that first quarter by the Blue Eagles. So probably this afternoon, Mr. Trillo, I could say that with the impending win of the seniors division and the win by the juniors division, and we will allow you a win by the ladies
By
division.
the women's division, okay.
So it's a very nice Ateneo Saturday afternoon.
You know, we're very fair at La Salle, you know.
We'd like to thank De La Salle for giving Ateneo the opportunity, though. Can't be one without the other, I suppose.
Okay.
80-53. 33 seconds to go.
Zamora.
From a distinguished family.
Oh yes, from San Juan.
Yes. His father, the representative of that district.
A big victory for Ateneo here, very big. And this should boost the morale of the team going into games against UST and UP.
Steal by Dino Aldeguer. Being chased by Sison. Aldeguer, the left-hander.
Finally gets his first 2 points.
Yes, 80-55. Reyes is in the hard court. 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's Mike Reyes, who's got a good hand from the outside.
Oh yes, they want him to take a shot, but then time's running down. Aldeguer could probably give De La Salle the last attempt. Rios. And that's it. 80-55. Ateneo celebrate. No, it's not the championship. It's just the Ateneo De La Salle ball game. At the drought of so many years, and now this blowout of 25 points on a first quarter punctuated by a lot of triples. John Verayo, Sison, Rentosa, sea of blue and white celebrating here at the Araneta Coliseum.
I was about to say, in retrospect here, of course, we know that Sison and Verayo were the top scorers, but then you have to give a lot of credit to Pinzon and to Ares Papachaga. Of course, to everybody, but Ares Papachaga played very well against Cristan and Tyrone Bautista. Pinzon set the tone for his team. Of course, a point guard. He had 8 rebounds, only 2 points, but 8 rebounds, and he really did a fine job. Now, it's La Salle that panicked somewhat, the more experienced team. When that lead of Ateneo went up, they panicked somewhat and weren't looking to assist anymore. You know, they were going one-on-one, and you can score baskets that way. So Ateneo, I felt, was not lucky tonight. They made their own luck. They hustled a lot. They set up their half-court offense, went for the break when they could, and that's the story of this ball game, Jim.
Oh yes, a 26-point lead. But we started off the second quarter, and no recovery from that kind of a lead. And you were correct, no composure on the part of De La Salle. In fact, hot off the cuff for a while.
Right. And you know, okay, another thing I was thinking of, Jim, is this. In the first round, if you recall, La Salle had a clean slate. They were playing very well, giving up a lot of assist passes. And but I felt, however, they were part mechanical, no? That they could play so very readable. And I thought there was a good adjustment made in the sense that some players were allowed to shoot more baskets and all that. But now, I think it got to their heads, and everybody wants to shoot, and there's no one giving the assist passes. If you noticed earlier, 25 assists for Ateneo, only 11 for La Salle. That's very, very small, 11 assists. I think they should go back to the first round, the way they used to play, and just set up the teammates, give a lot of assist passes. I think that's a big problem now with La Salle, and they're going to the Final Four with that in mind.
Right now, we'd like to go back to home studios for a few more reminders.